Okay. Whoa. All right. This can go away. Remove. It's annoying as fuck. Allow, import, invite. What the heck? Where'd it go? Come. Ah. Shit. Oh. No. We gotta chill. Yeah. What are we doing? Bubsies, can you go to your bed? Yeah. Want to go to your bed? Thank you. Yeah, the plots. Thank you. Oh, God, Greg, you need to go to the gym. Yeah, just looking at that shelf. Like, oh, Jesus. Stop it, Greg. Get closer to the camera. And don't show them the stuff. Oh. Oh, boy. Okay. Room. Drew. Droom. Hey, oh shit. Get off me. Get off me. There we go. So if you just stop it, go a little further. Me and Micah. Oh, that scared me. Stop this shit. Don't. Test. 1, 2, 3. Bops. Bops. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your one and only, your show host, your Favazza. La, la. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Your Transformation Station. I am your host, your one and only Gregory Favazza. I am not a DJ. I am not a human being. I'm actually AI created here for you with inflection, happiness, sarcasm. Wow. What program software did this? I'll tell you. There isn't any. I gotcha. Or did I? Nah. Nyang. Nyang. Anyways. How are you guys doing out there? Those that are new to the show, please hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned. We are going to be here for a while. We're night owls. We're also early morning risers. We're also afternoon nappers. We do like to have protein shakes for meals. What does that have to do with none of this? Definitely doesn't. But I'm thirsty. We need to check to see the email. It probably needs a fucking password, and I don't know why, because it doesn't really need one, but some fuck. Come back here, please. Thank you. So we gotta go to the Gmail account. Watch is in the way. Get out of my way, please. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about my life, why I struggle. Why is it difficult to be me? It is a difficult thing. Long lean line. Long lean. Leanest. Jesus, shit. You stay up there. Who's got a Jufro today? This guy does. All right. Oh, shit. Hold on. We need this. Ugh. Jesus, fuck. Ugh. Don't let it
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Been a long day.
I hear you. Definitely. It has been a very long day. I appreciate
Yeah.
your time for this little follow-up discussion. It will be mutually beneficial for both of us. So I really do appreciate your time.
Okay. All right. How do you wanna start this?
Yeah, so like I'm going to March 11th to establish a change in myself. It's a rapid transformation. I don't know what to call it other than my 2440. And throughout this process, I'll be incorporating something new into myself while cleansing and purging out the old and dealing with the current. And some of the things I'm dealing with currently is uh, previous relationships with the mother of my child, and handling that is foreign because I've been told by everybody from law enforcement personnel to lawyers to doctors to family members, friends, peers, lawyers, like this is not normal shit that you're going through.
All right. Okay. And how can I help you? What would you like from me today?
uh, that's something I would do with. That's a long story. I'll tell you later. Um, just making sure I'm on the right path and kind of being like a little bit of a accountability buddy, but also reflecting back the results that I don't even recognize that are happening.
Got it. Okay. So can you give me like the 2 minute recap of like what's so without story, but like what's the what's so of everything? You got a
Um,
baby mom, I got that, and there's some stuff going on.
yes. So right, I guess the so between the relationship or the so in myself. Um,
Whatever it is, I think you think I need to know
okay.
for
The
this.
the relationship is she pretty much ruined my entire life, caused me to lose my house. I had to move back with my parents at a where I haven't even lived there for over 12 years when I listened to the military, and I had to endure the psychological trauma of what happened as a child, and I was sexually abused in the room I had to sleep in by a sibling that I had to face and deal with. And I was surrounded by the boxes of my house. And her divorce case, God, there's so much. Like, there's so much. And she took off with my son, and it was just a horrible experience because she was the root cause of that. She stole my identity. She hit me with her car. She mentally destroyed something so structurally sound that was built by the military that it was like over time chipped away and finally kind of just fell to pieces. And I have been rebuilding myself, and I'm just at the cusp where people are starting to recognize the potential starting to ooze out of me how it was before. And every time I encounter her, I feel like it just slowly melts away, or I have to rebuild it again.
Okay, so why is she being this way? Like, is it that did you break up with her? That's why she's being bitter and mean, or like what? Why is how? Can you take me a couple steps back as to like,
Sure. Um, to be honestly, I should be the one that is upset. I mean, for the moment we've met, I mean, she was married and she didn't tell me, and we had a child. And then I found out when she was pregnant that I'm still married. It kind of set us up for a downward spiral. But my parents are old fashioned. They're like, you got to work through it. I'm like, all right. I mean, I'm totally all about it. Like communication, just resolution. No, she she plays mind games, manipulation tactics. Like she is the very essence of you coming across a post and seeing narcissists. I'm sorry, that's not your specialty, but this is the only way I can give you the clearest picture. Every post, every Facebook group that gives you an essence of that individual, she is that very essence on the very.
got it? I don't need the story. I just need to
Yes,
know this is
ma'am.
what happened. She did this. I did this. We did this. Now we're doing
Yes.
this. Like, I need that. I need the what so
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
without emotional stuff.
Yes. Let's see.
So you met her, everything was great, and then she
She
got
thought I was
pregnant.
yeah, so she thought I was cheating on her because I do this podcast and I get a lot of hearts and likes on artwork that I create, and they happen to be close by, and she made the assumption that I'm cheating on them. And I
Okay.
thought that was hilarious because it's like, no, I'm
Okay.
not. And it affected the outlook, affected her actions where she wanted to go through my phone and see what's going on. I'm like, sure, but this is really becoming monotonous that you're these insecurities are now starting to make me feel a certain way about you where I had to go through her phone.
Okay.
And that is not who I am. But it started to make me become what she was fearing of me as.
Okay. So then what did you do? So she thought you were cheating. So she went through your phone, and then what did you do?
Then as time progressed, like I mean, going in from just meeting to finding out that okay, you're still married, what else are you hiding? Then again, that's when it came up. I want to go through your phone. I think you're cheating. I know what? I think you got more shit to hide. I mean, but she wasn't hiding, other than the fact that she was talking with her ex-husband. That was something going on behind my back that I had no fucking clue. Other
Okay.
than what I was under the impression, it's just the father of the son, but then the father that was supposed to be the father of the two children, but there's actually another dad that is not even around. And then on top of
Well,
that, she
you're getting off topic.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I don't have a lot of time, and I really
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
make a big difference here.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
just need to know the story. Okay, so she cheated. You went through the phone, and then you started fighting. Is that right?
Yes.
And
And
then you
then
broke up.
nope, not even close. So she kept
Okay.
coming back and kept coming back, and I tried to end the shit. She wanted to get an abortion. I said, "No, this is my first child. This is number three for you that I think." So she didn't want him. So I made her sign a document. She holds that over me, and she created these fake dating sites, and then said that I did that. And at that point, I said, "No, I didn't. If you're going to make me tell you like this is what I did, then I don't ever want to see you again." So she wanted to stay, and I said, "You know what? The only way you're going to stay is if you shave your head because I don't want to. I don't believe you." And well, she did it, and I was surprised that she did it, but she did it, and then I did too, and because I felt bad, and
Okay.
you know,
All right. I'll say okay, and then what happened? So where was the ultimate breakdown?
the ultimate breakdown was right before my birthday. It was a planned out situation that she was talking with some guy that she wanted to stay with. And the next thing you know, she just ups and leaves with just me and my 6-month-old son and her daughter. She lost custody to her other son because the ex-husband used me as the individual that allowed this shit to happen. And she says I'm a monster and all this shit when I don't
So what
know.
was the breakdown? I
The
didn't
break,
hear.
the breakdown was I don't
Like
know.
when the shit hit the fan, like the first real big shit hit the fan.
Uh, March 7th of 2021.
And what happened?
She disappeared, and the police came to my house with
Okay.
guns drawn, saying that I was neglecting a 6-month-old child, and I
Got
showed
it.
them the situation. And the following day, I had a letter from CPS that they received a statement saying that the mother of my child said that she witnessed me putting a gun to my baby's head and said that I wanted to blow his brains out. And
Mm.
and I was in shock, like I never
Right.
done. So I communicated as quickly as I could and went and saw them. And they asked me if I wanted a lawyer. I said, no, I have nothing. I was there for a few hours and they said, don't ever talk to that person again. You need therapy. What you just went through is not normal. And
Got it.
that
Got
was,
it. So my big question is why do you think you dated this woman if she was a little cuckoo bird?
well, I chose not to see her as crazy because
Hmm.
she wanted a child and I was 27 at the time, maybe, yeah, 28 at the time. And I'm the youngest of seven. Everybody has kids in my family except me. And I just felt like it was something missing because I was ready. I'm ready to be a dad. I'm ready to settle down. Like that's what I
But
wanted to
why
do
her?
because she wanted it too. And everybody that I came in contact with didn't want it. And I've been with a lot of women in different states. And it's like, finally, like somebody wants to do that. But
Uh-huh.
it happened really quickly. And I didn't realize, well,
Mm.
then what is the definition of quick in a relationship? I mean, if you love somebody, you
Uh-huh.
know it, then you feel it. Like God, the more I say it out loud, it
Okay,
sounds bad.
it's like, okay, so when you were saying I can see why you thought you and I have a very similar story because, yeah, I got married super quick. I
Yeah,
didn't realize I had trauma I was dealing with. I
yeah,
just said yes to the first guy who finally was showing interest and wanted the same thing I did, though I
yes, ma'am.
didn't do my due diligence to figure out that, oh, he doesn't actually want the same thing I want.
Yes, ma'am.
And now you're in this mess that you're trying to clean up and recover from the very traumatic experience that she's put you through and trying to like how do you how do you put your life back together after all of that is what I'm hearing. So can I ask you
Yes.
quickly about the child? So where's the child now?
He is with her right now, and I was actually just at the police station not even 30 minutes ago because I had him for the weekend, and I was changing him. He had bruises all over his body and on his face, and I don't know what's normal bruises for a child
Mhm.
staying at
How old is he
daycare.
now?
He's 2 years old, and I had to go a year without seeing him,
Wow.
and because she took that upon herself, she ruined every single holiday. And that's
Mm,
why I decided for this 2040, she's not going to ruin another holiday for me
mm.
since 2021.
So you're working on custody right now with her for the baby?
Yes, ma'am. I'm taking the actions. I have a portfolio about this thick to,
Ah,
and there's a, it just keeps coming. More
got it.
evidence keeps coming.
Okay. Okay. So I just needed to wrap my head around this whole thing just so I know exactly where to come from.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what I'm hearing and where I can probably help you is all the stuff that happened before she came. Because there's a reason that you were attracted to her. There's a reason that I don't know. I don't know how much you believe about this, but I believe that we attract certain people into our life on our in our energy field, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's something about her that had you gravitate to that and create all of this stuff. And my guess is has a lot to do with the childhood stuff.
Yeah, it does. I did a lot of reflection. She shares similarities
Yeah.
that illustrate my dad and
Yeah.
the sibling that did the things to me.
So so you see the connection between her and your dad and your sibling?
And the sibling that abused me.
And
And
what did you see? What did you notice about that?
uh, the 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 automatic switch from happy to angry instantly brought back
Mm,
the
the
flinch
trigger.
thing. Yes,
So let me ask you a question. I'm gonna kind of jump around if that's okay.
of course, that's how I like things.
Okay, cool. With everything that's going on right now, like if you were just, I know there's a lot, right? There's a whole these pieces. I have two questions. Number one, what is the worst thing right now about all of this? Like if I were to take the layers and if we were to dig down, 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 down to the very, very, very bottom, what is the worst thing about this thing right now for you? For yourself, not even like your son and her, but like for you.
Mm. That is watching my son grow. I mean, every time I see him, he looks older, and it scares the shit out of me because when I used to be active duty, I would come see my parents every couple years and they would look older and older.
Mhm.
And now I can recall looking back is I can only see when they're really young and now when they're really old. I can't see that transition. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm afraid of seeing for my son. And I don't want to forget the most prime years that every parent should enjoy. And
Yeah, you
that's
don't want to miss out.
I am missing out. He's
Yeah.
did so many milestones and I was never there.
Yeah. And so it sounds like then your biggest fear is what?
Not being remembered,
For him not to remember you or for you not to remember him?
for him not to remember me.
Because what would it mean if he didn't remember you?
That that she created that
No, that
she
you leave it on you. Don't bring her into it. What does it mean to you if he doesn't remember you because he hasn't been around? That you're what?
that he would be he would he wouldn't know who I am and he would only take what people say
And what would that be?
negative.
Like what?
That I abandoned him when I never abandoned him.
Uh-huh. That you abandoned him, that he would have a story being told that you abandoned him.
Yes.
And what would that mean if he believed that you abandoned him? What would that mean to you or to
That me
him?
that it would be a self-fulfilling prophecy
And why is that important to not have that?
because we don't want to repeat generational trauma
And why is that important not to repeat generational trauma?
because then we can't adapt as a society to stop this shit from repeating itself. And it's my job as a father to give
And
him the
good job.
best respons- responsible treatment that a child deserves for growth and development. I take full responsibility of that.
Yeah, got it. So consider, you just said it. It's my job as his dad to give him to give him the life that he deserves. And
She's
I want
not
you to
letting me do that
consider, and I want you to consider that you are doing everything you can to give that child the life that he deserves. You're fighting tooth and nail, aren't you?
this
And it
man.
might not be going the way you want it to because she's, resisting. But I need you to get that you are doing everything you can. And when you can get to that place where you honor that about yourself and not live in the fear of what could be or that he might, because you're right, there might be a chance that he might feel this way. But damn, you are not going to let that happen.
No, man.
You are gonna fight tooth and nail and do whatever it takes to not have that happen. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. In order to get to this place called love and peace and like the forgiveness, we can't get stuck in all the fear. And right now you're so stuck in here's what she did and like how could she do that? And she ran me over with the car and she's a narcissist. All the story and victimhood and pain, and not to just invalidate that, but what I can hear is the pain, the real pain that you're really like when you go to bed at night and you lie there and you stare at the ceiling, you feel your heart just like want to die. It's the fear that you hold that you're missing out on with your son and that you're not doing your job as his father. And I want you to get that you are actually doing everything there is in your power right now. I want you to acknowledge that about yourself. And listen, only God knows how this is all going to turn out. So trust that. Trust that he's got your back. That all of this is for a reason. And right now, it doesn't make any fucking sense why at all. And it feels like, why me? What did I do? Right? There's like this like victim about it. But consider that there's something on the other side of this for you to learn. And in the meantime, know that you are doing everything you can. And tell yourself that. Because right now you're like, I feel like you're beating yourself up about it, aren't you?
Yes.
Like somehow this is your fault.
I should have saw it coming.
You should have saw it coming. So let's get that. So can we do a quick download of all of that? All the shoulda, coulda, wouldas? Can we just get it all out?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
because I want this energy out of your body, and we're gonna put it on paper so that we can start to clear it up. You cool with that?
Yes.
Okay, so what is it? I should have, what was it?
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, dida.
Yeah,
Something.
what was it? I should have known. What did you say earlier?
Oh,
I
I should have known. I should have saw what's coming.
saw what's coming. Okay, what else?
Um, the red flags that stood out.
Yeah, I should have seen the red flags. What were the red flags?
That she wanted to move in very quickly, and she was in a crappy situation, but no explanation why.
Okay, what else was the coulda, shoulda, wouldas? And keep it
Uh,
on yourself. Don't go to her.
yes, ma'am. I should have trusted my instincts
I said your instincts.
rather than looking at it as a fear of uncertainty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What else?
Uh, not be not making a quick action, like life-changing decision, like overnight kind of thing that haunts
Like
me.
jumping into it too fast, or what do you mean
Yes,
something else? Jumping in?
jumping into it, like, cause I don't know, I felt like the pace was set at a tempo that kept going faster and faster and faster,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like it was just gonna crash.
Mm-hmm.
But then I still looked at it as a challenge because that's how I see things.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't listen to your inner voice who said you should probably slow this down a little bit.
Well, yeah, I was sleep deprived of
Yeah.
everything.
What else is in your heart that you need to let go?
That I couldn't do a better job being there for her children who was getting sexually abused by another sibling.
And what does a better job mean?
I I allowed it to happen even when I did everything in my power to stop it. Like from spanking to talking to making them do push-ups, from making them sleep separately to putting cameras to telling her that she needs therapy, that I did everything that I knew how to do while still maintaining a business and trying to build myself. And she just sat there and let it happen. And I should have went to the police, but then I didn't want anything bad to happen to her because it's like I should have. There was a line there that I believed in. Like that was the very thing that I would let nobody go through, and I let her cross my line. And I, to this day, I feel like my very core essence is tainted
Mm-hmm.
because I made it an exception.
So what are the stories that you've told yourself about you now because of everything that's happened? When you look at yourself, what is the story you say about yourself that you're what?
Then I'm just as guilty,
You're
and that's
guilty,
yeah, and that's why it makes it hard for me to be authentic now.
right? What else? And I
I'm
want you to get to actually that when you go to bed and you hear that inner voice, you know, the one that just sounds nasty and condescending and critical and judgmental. What is that voice saying to you? That you're what? The one that hurts you. And it could be also associated with what you told yourself when you were a kid from the abuse. I am.
I I don't matter.
I don't matter. And if we were to go another layer under I don't matter, What's there?
I don't think it's
I think I don't matter is the nice version, is the PG version, or even the G
yeah,
version.
yeah.
What's underneath that?
Contemplating suicide that I shouldn't live.
Okay, but what's the I am statement? I am what?
I'm nothing.
I am nothing. And if I
I
go
don't
underneath
know.
I am nothing, what's under I am nothing?
I feel like you're helping me and I'm not tapping into it, and I feel guilty for going along with it.
Okay, just stick with me here.
Yes, ma'am.
Because your ego will just try to be like, don't say it, don't call yourself out. But there's a
I
part
want
of you
to.
that's like, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a loser. I'm a something. Like, I want to get to that level because when you can hear it, now you can actually choose to do something about it. But when we stay on this superficial level,
Mm.
you
So
can't actually let it
I've
go.
been down there. She's told me that every day for years, and I finally have gotten over it that it was just projection,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not that piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm actually angry that I still have love for her.
Okay.
That's what really upsets me is everything she did to me. I still
Mm-hmm.
have feelings for her and I want them to go away, but they won't.
Mm. So what does it mean that you're angry that you still have her? What does it mean about you that you still love her? That you're what?
That
Who loves someone who does all these crazy things and still loves them? They're what?
trauma bonded,
Uh, Give me the authentic version.
that I I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, think about it. If I told you that this happened to me and I'm like, and I still love him, what would you say about me? I'm what?
Oh, I'm stupid.
I'm
Yes.
stupid. Yeah. What else?
That I'm not seeing what's happening right in front of me. I'm blind.
You're clueless? Would that be the right word?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very smart, but not as smart with situations
Yeah.
as this.
Anything else there? Let's just flush it out.
Jesus, I want to. I really want to flood
Yeah.
everything out. Like,
No,
can
you're
we?
doing great.
I'm just so like I just want to like a holiday named after me just for everything I've gone through. Like that's what really I would love to have. And
Why would that be important?
to see so I people know that I went through hell and back, even law enforcement,
Yeah. And why is it important for people to know that you went through hell and back?
is because that I had the decision to take my life and I made that attempt and failed miserably. And I decided not to do it again and decided to fight because there was a reason why.
Yeah. So it sounds like you just want to be seen and acknowledged for what you've been through and to let people know that even when you've gone through what you've gone through, that even the best of us still have these shitty moments in life. And I can really hear you're really committed to something else, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are you actually committed to then, Gregory?
To being the best father that I can be because my father wasn't there as much as he could have been, and
Yeah.
I don't blame him for what he didn't know at the time
Yeah. So what makes you think you're not being the best father you can be right now?
because I mean, I feel like I could be pushing the legal system more. I should be selling everything in my house to getting him, but then I'm looking at it, then what if I'm not my best self? What if I had to sell all my computers? Then now I have nothing, but then I get him, but now I'm not the best version of me because I can't provide. This is
Yeah.
going to be my source of income.
Yeah.
So the fact is, I'm a victim to short-termism, and it's hard to see the long term when I'm filled with emotions.
Yeah. Well, what I can really hear is you're filled with fear. And that's even more dangerous than emotion. Well, I mean, fear is a type of emotion, but I think it's the fear, the what ifs, the worst case scenarios, the right? The despair of like feeling hopeless and helpless, I think is what you're really struggling with. Not even the what so.
I do feel hopeless. I felt hopeless for a long time. I felt like everything crashed and burned and I had to let it happen. Like I felt like we have rights, that this shit shouldn't be going on. I already have PTSD from the military and my childhood, and this woman played with it like a fucking figurine to make the angle that she wanted to make. And it was nothing but pure joy to see me struggle.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, people will do what they do. And I think one thing I would offer you to consider is maybe she did it to get back at you. And maybe she's just, I don't want to use a word crazy person, and not, and I don't mean it as in a bad way, but she's just who she is. And whether it's you or the guy next to you or the, the person behind you, she would have done the same thing. And I think sometimes we take it so personally, like it was done to me. But get it made, consider that she would have done that to whoever. You just happened to be the schmuck that that
Yeah,
happened to be the flavor of the day or the week or the year. And I'm
yeah.
sorry to hear that you're going through that.
Yes, ma'am.
And the torment, all the emotional stuff is all in here. It's not happening out here. It's all in here. So you need to take control of this. Because again, things are gonna go the way they're gonna go, right? You're gonna fight the system, you're gonna do everything you can logistically and legally. And that does not have to affect the way that you feel about yourself or shift your commitment to being the best father you can possibly be and to protect this child as much as you possibly can. But I want you to consider everything that you want. You already are. You're already the best dad that you can possibly be or know how to be at this point in your life with the circumstances that you've been given. Right? There's a saying that I say all the time, and it goes like this: pain and suffering only exist when you resist what is so. Pain
Yes,
and
ma'am.
suffering only exist when you resist what is so. When you have it like it shouldn't be this way. The world shouldn't be this way. She shouldn't be this way. I shouldn't be this way. My dad shouldn't be this way. That is what causes suffering. It is not the problem, it is the reaction or the behavior to the problem that causes us this angst.
Yes.
The world just spins. People do what they do. She does what she does. The police do what they do. The legal system does what they do. It's how you react to all of that. And I can hear there's a lot of regret. There's a lot of guilt. There's some shame. There's some anger. There's resentment.
I definitely take responsibility for what I contributed. I know it doesn't just, it's not a one situation. I'm not the angel. I mean, I was in the army, so I come off as an asshole.
Right. But at the same time, it is what it is. And so it can, I find we spend so much time in the past thinking about the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, but there's nothing we can do about that. All you can focus on is what is right in front of you right now. Not even a year from now, 10 years from now, when you're there with your son and your son's saying, Dad, where were you? Don't even think about that right now. All you can think about is what is there to do? What can I do right now?
Then why do I start leaking back to this version that I don't ever want to be when she gets me pissed off? Like when she pushes the right button to say, haha, I fucked your veterans holiday because you couldn't have him. I, Memorial Day weekend, your birthday, every holiday you couldn't have them because I don't have any pictures. She ruined every. If she brings that up, it just.
Yeah. And she brings it up because she knows exactly that she's going to get that reaction from you. She's like, ooh, salt, wound. Yes, rub it in.
And then
And then, of
plays that
course,
the fucking victim that I did this and this is why she wants me to be this version that she paints me to be. And that's what's so upsetting is the fact that I'm not this person. You keep
yeah,
doing it. It's like if you say you're crazy. You keep telling somebody they're crazy. Eventually, they're gonna just knock your ass out. Now,
Right.
does that make them crazy? No, it makes them fucking annoyed that I've allowed this to go on this long and took it.
Right. But you got annoyed. You got triggered. And it's your trigger. So it's your responsibility to not have the trigger. Because there's something in what she says that you resist. Like, no, that's not true about me, right? That's not who I am.
Son of a bitch, you're right. Yes.
Right? And so she goes, ooh, he's getting upset. Ooh, I like this. What else can I do and say to piss him off if that's what her goal is?
Yes.
How can I get back at him? How can I hurt him? And you're just a big open wound, and she's just rubbing all that shit on you, and you're like, ow! And she's like, ooh, I like this. So what I'm saying to you is you need to close up that wound. So because as soon as you go, whatever crazy person or whatever lady, like, and she's like, oh, I'm not getting a reaction. Well, this is no fun anymore. But right now, you just go.
Well, so I have a hold on it. I mean, it's just always something new is the problem. Like when you don't think there's any more tricks. It's the same process. It's the same thing on how she does it, but
Yeah,
it's always some sort of new
new trigger,
higher.
new low blow.
Yes. It's like,
Yeah, and you react every single time, and
well,
that's exactly what she counts on, right?
I don't react in front of her. I just hold it in, but then it really makes it hard to do the work, and then I fall behind. Even though I don't give her the satisfaction that I'm angry, but then I beat myself up more, and it's like, fuck. I
Yeah.
should not be fixating on this shit. I shouldn't.
Yeah. That is the work you need to do, my friend. And my guess is that is stuff all from your childhood. That's if I was coaching with you, that's where I would actually spend the time.
Mhm.
That's what I do with my clients. It's always tied back to something in their childhood because that experience that she gives you, whatever she says, or whatever that look she gives you, there's something that gives you an experience, an emotional experience that is very similar to something you felt as a child. And so there you are again, feeling that as a child, even though the trigger's happening here, that emotion is actually tied to back there. So you actually have to heal that because you're just dealing with the symptom. She is the symptom, not the root issue. The root issue is whatever happened to you as a kid. And it's usually a layer of a whole bunch of things. It's not just one situation.
Yeah, I said in one of my episodes, it's like wearing layers of coats. I mean, eventually, once you take it off, you can finally show your natural body or essence. I don't know, something like that. But that, I guess there's a lot more traumas that I've avoided and only fixated around the biggest one that I didn't see there was other ones surrounding.
Yeah. You know, I only discovered one of mine recently. One of the things I saw is, you know, I've always been an overachiever, and I noticed that my mom, who is my hero, like I love her to death. She's my like almost like my doppelganger. Growing up, I was taught to believe that you have to be strong, you can't ask for help, you can't complain, you always have to have a smile on your face, and you can't cry. And growing up, I was like, oh, that's really great. As an adult and doing what I do, I realized like, oh, this is actually working against me. And so even though on the outside it looks like it's not a trauma per se, but it is a way of being that has prevented me from actually, first of all, having compassion for myself, second of all, asking for help, and third of all, being vulnerable with people. And so again, there are bazillion layers in there, but you know, you want to start with the biggest wound, which is, you know, your dad and your sibling, and then there are going to be other ones that show up. But if you can deal with that big one first, that
Yeah.
will lessen the triggers. Because at the end of the day, here's what I want to say to you, Gregory. When you know your self-worth and you don't tie it to anybody else, but you just know that for yourself, you don't need your dad to validate that, her to validate that. It's just between you and God, right? When you can validate that for yourself, anything anyone says to you doesn't matter. I've been called lots of names. And yeah, I might get triggered for maybe a minute or two, but I know who I am and I don't let it bother me because I know I love myself and I've done a lot of work to love myself and forgive myself. So I think that's the work for you. You got to figure out, why is it that I do not love myself? Where is it that I feel unworthy? Where is it that I've given my power over to other people to validate my self-worth? And so you want to go on a scavenger hunt and find all those people, all those conversations, all those scenarios where that was triggered. And when you can heal that, now you can start to heal that. And so people can say whatever they want to say to you, and you're like, that's her opinion. I think I'm pretty awesome.
I'm ready for that next time. I have a notebook that I've already collected and written down on all my experiences.
All right, that's all I have time for you today.
Yes, ma'am. I will send you this information. I'll send you the video and everything through email, and I'll see you next Monday.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.